It's a requirement you impose on yourself to build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through.
Doubt is such a strange thing. There'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. It is. Put one foot in front of the other, you control what you can't control, and then you see what the outcome is. Right? If you win, great, you're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey over again. If you lose, it sucks, but you're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey all over again anyway. So it's really pointless to sit here and debate or have doubt or this, that, and the other. You train as hard as you can, and you step out there and you let it flow.
I want to put myself in a situation where I can discover one of my errors, hopefully not in a way that's going to knock me completely out of the game, right? I want to seek out a challenge. I want to find out where my limits are. I want to find out where there's not enough of me yet.
We have all the tools we need. We have everything we need.
Stay focused. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to nobody, homie. What's on your mind, just do it. Because what's destined for you, you gonna get it.
No matter how many times people put you down and write you off in life, never pay attention to it because it doesn't mean anything. Anything is possible, no matter where you are in your life, how dark of a place you're in. You should never let anybody crush your dreams because anything is possible.
Sometimes you have to be a lion so you can be the lamb you really are. I talk like a lion. I'm not afraid of any of you when it comes word to word. I will gab with the best of them just so I can chill and be me.
You gotta be careful how you fight your fight, because by the way you fight your fight will be the way you live your life. All your mistakes, everything you get to make you successful and to make you fail will do the same to you in life.
Understanding self-worth is the beginning of progress. Self-worth should be easy. If one of us can do it, all of us can do it. If anybody can think it, we all can think it. I can read, you can read. I can understand, you can understand. From where I came from, change from pennies to fortune. Change from nothing to something. Change from broke to rich. Anybody in this room can do it. If any of us can do it, we all can do it. That's the kind of value you should place on yourself.
The challenge makes us a better person. You and I are better, not because our life has been easy. You and I are better because life is challenging. I teach constantly that everything worthwhile is uphill, and when you wake up in the morning, you should be looking uphill. You should be looking at those challenges that are before you. Don't take them on all at once. Today, just pick out one. Just pick one. And today, start conquering that challenge. You will feel so much better because you were made for that challenge.
Man, life's short. Go harder than you did last year. Whatever you thought you did, it wasn't enough. And enjoy it even more. Go harder and find a way to enjoy it. That's when you master the game. Push yourself them extra reps. Go harder. Have that extra 2 meetings that day and find a way to enjoy it.
The story they sell themselves on. Everyone's got a story. And everyone wants to tell you their story of how bad they had it, how hard they had it. They don't realize that they still hold the pen. There's thousands of empty pages still in that book that they can rewrite that story. But we have to let go of the pages that others have written in our book and realize we got this pen. And we can start writing how the story looks from this day forward. But what's stopping them is the work that they haven't done.
Life change does not start with inspiration. Life change starts with education. You've got to be educated to the point of where you might have messed up.
When you learn something painfully, part of you has to die. That's the pain. huge part of you that constituted that dream, maybe even the biological substrate of that gene, has to be stripped away and burned. And so life is a constant process of death and rebirth. To participate in that fully is to allow yourself to be redeemed by it. It's like you're not as good as you could be, so you let that part of you die. That we can let our old selves die and let our new selves be born. And that's what we should do.
When you feel like giving up, don't. When you thinking about giving up, don't. When it look like you ain't gonna make it, keep going. When they tell you you can't, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
If something is shut down, that means that something else has opened up. Faith not tested can't be trusted. In life, you will always be tested. Stuff's gonna happen to you. Tragedies, accidents, all kinds of stuff will be thrown at you. Most is about you, how you handle it.
Sometimes you go through things and you don't know the reason at first, but it's not for right now. It's to help someone later, like your son or your daughter. Sometimes you're living through the toughest thing ever and you don't know why it's happening to you. But sometimes, guys, it's bigger than what you can even see right now. Sometimes your son's gonna be looking you in the eye and say, Dad, how do I get through this? And then what are you gonna tell him when you quit before? What are you gonna tell him when you took shortcuts?
And here's the two parts to the labor. One, do what you can. Number two, do the best you can. Turning wisdom from your philosophy and inspiration, strengthening of attitude, faith, courage, commitment, all this stuff that comes from attitude. If you're willing to take these two qualities, philosophy and attitude, and invest it into activity, you can have a miracle.
You couldn't have an up without a down, a hot without a cold. You can't have a bad without a good. If you're looking at bad, that tells you there's got to be good. You cannot have bad without good. And if you want to feel good, start looking for what's good. And if you start looking for what's good, you're going to find it. You're going to find whatever you're looking for. And the idea to say, well, you really can't, there's so much bad going on, that attitude is not going to reward you at all. It's going to give you bad stuff. You've got to know that there's always something good. You've got to find it.
Don't walk like other people walk. Don't postpone like other people postpone. You say, well, is it as simple as writing a letter? And the answer, yes. Whatever your hands find to do it with all your might, do it with all your strength, and do it with all your power.
This is a time that we have to validate ourselves. This is a time that we have to surround ourselves with relationships that speak to our spirit of power, of victory. You have no idea what God has in store for you. Doesn't matter what you've lost. What matters is what you're going to build.
And it doesn't matter how you get knocked down in life, because that's going to happen. All that matters is that you got to get up.
Strength, leadership, power, authority, guidance, patience are God's gift to us as men. We have to cherish that, not abuse it.
You don't have to settle for an abusive life. You don't have to settle for living a small life. You've got to fight for the life that you want.
Nothing in life is promised except death. If you had the opportunity to play this game of life, you need to appreciate every moment. A lot of people don't appreciate their moment until it's past.
It won't be easy. It will be hard because life is hard. That's what life is. Do not let them. stand up, dig in. Line up those problems and confront them, face them, fight them.
Your life matters. Your dreams matter. Your talents matter. And you must treat them like they matter. And you have to create a movement. And you are the movement.
Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity